Okay, in this video we are looking at Chapter 3, Section 2, Solving Inequalities using addition or subtraction. They are very similar to solving equations, using addition or subtraction. The addition property of inequality says if A, B, and C let A, B, and C be real numbers. So if A is greater than B, we'll do this one first, and we add C to both sides. If you want to draw that river in, this would be my guess. A plus C will be greater than, I don't like that river there, will be greater than B plus C. So let's put some real numbers to that. Let's say that A is 5 and it's greater than B is 3. And if we, which that's true, 5 is greater than 3. If we add 2, the same number, to both sides, we get 7 is greater than 5, which is still a true statement. All right, let's go over here to if A is less than B. Again, if we add C to both sides, then A plus C is still less than B plus C. So you basically have to be adding the same number to both sides. So let's put some real numbers to that. Okay, let's say 4 is less than 6. That's a true statement. Let's add 3 to both sides. So that will be 7 is still less than 9. So long as you add the same number to both sides, it's still a true inequality. All right, let's look at the subtraction property of inequality. Same thing, this time we're subtracting. A, B, and C are real numbers. If A is greater than B and we subtract C from both sides, then A minus C is still greater than B minus C. So let's use those same numbers, 5 and 3. 5 is greater than 3. If we subtract 2 from both sides, then we still get a true inequality. 3 is greater than 1. Same thing if A is less than B. If we subtract C from both sides, then we get a true inequality. So same numbers as above. If 4 is greater than 6, which that is true, and we subtract 3 from both sides, then the inequality 1 is still less than 3. All right, now at the bottom, I'm just reviewing you a little bit on less than or equal to. This one's less than or equal to. The words at most, no more than, and maximum are words for less than or equal to. Greater than or equal to, at least, no less than, and minimum. So let's go ahead and get started on some examples. Make sure that you show your work on these particular problems when you do the homework. So these are, like I said, very similar to what we did when we were solving equations. You're going to show your work. You're going to write the inequality. Solve it by adding 3 to both sides, just like you would in a regular equation. Except this time we have P is less than 8. So when we graph it, all right, first let's do our multiple choice. P is less than 8. And then when we graph it, there's not an equal to sign there, so it has to be the whole, the one that's not filled in, and it's going to be going less than the number 8. Okay. All right. Number 2, another inequality. So we're subtracting 5 in order to get y by itself. Negative 8 minus 5 is negative 13. Again, there's going to be a whole. Negative 13 is not included, and it's going to the left. Oops, I forgot. Right here too. Okay, so first fill in the multiple choice, and then you get to pick the graph. All right, number 3 says tell what number you would add to each side of the inequality to solve the inequality. You don't have to show work on this. This is just basically telling what you would do. So we're going to add 1 to both sides. So right here, you're just going to write 1. That was easy, wasn't it? All right, number 4, we have negative 14 is greater than y minus 5. Let's go ahead and flip it around. So we have y minus 5 is less than negative 14. So I switch the y minus 5 and the negative 14 around, and therefore also have to flip that symbol around. Now add 5 to both sides, and y is less than negative 9. So right here, whenever you're doing the homework on the computer, this 1 right here is actually going to be a pull down menu. So when you pull down, you're going to get these choices down here. So you're going to make sure we pick the less than. So you'll pick the less than, and then we're going to type -9. After you do that and you check your answer, then you'll have a graph that you'll choose from, and this one's going to be E. Okay, it's less than, not equal to, so it's a whole, is not included, and then it's going to the left. There's a bunch of those like this. All right, 6 and 7 are similar to ones we've already done. So number 8, just looking at a inequality with fractions. Again, we're going to flip-flop these two things around. So that's r minus 4/5. Make sure you flip that around also, is greater than -4/5. So we're going to add 4/5 to both sides. It sounds like I have a lisp. So r is greater than 0. Now, of course, you can put that in your calculator, but they already have common denominators, so it's pretty easy to do without a calculator on that one. -4 plus 4 is 0. So again, we're going to have that little pull-down menu. So we're going to choose greater than, and then we're going to put 0 in the next blank. After you check answer, then you'll pick the correct graph. So greater than, not equal to, so it's not enclosed. The circle is not enclosed, and it's going to the right. The shading is going to the right. All right, number 9 says tell what number you would subtract from each side. Well, we would subtract 11. So make sure you type 11, not -11. It's subtract 11. Okay? All right, 10 and 11 and 12 are similar to problems we already done. So let's look at number 13. So again, I'm going to just write it, but I'm going to rewrite it. Switch these around and that. So it's n plus 2 is greater than 1/2. So in order to solve, we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. Again, I'm not opposed to using a calculator. So 1/2 minus 2, you're going to do 1 ABC2 on your calculator minus 2, and it will give you a mixed number. So make sure that you enter it as improper. You can do second ABC to make a mixed number improper. So again, we have that pull down menu that we're going to choose greater than, and then we're going to type -3/2. Now, it is helpful to know that -3/2 is equivalent or equal to -1/2, because when we graph it, it's kind of hard to graph an improper fraction. So we're going to know that it's -1/2. So again, you can do second ABC, and it changes that right back to mixed number. So -1/2 means that it's between -1 and -2. So it's right here, and it's going to the left. So that would be D. All right, 14 is similar to another one we've already done. So let's look at 15. Your goal is to take at least, all right, remember, at least means greater than or equal to 14,300 steps per day. According to your pedometer, you have walked 6,612 steps. Write and solve an inequality to find the possible number of steps you can take to reach your goal. So we have this goal, or these steps we still have to take. We've already taken 6,612. We have to take at least, that's greater than or equal to, what was it, 14,300 steps. So that would be choice B. Now I want you to show your steps on solving this. So we're going to subtract 6,612 from both sides. And S is greater than or equal to 7,688. So again, we have this pull down menu that we're going to pull down and click on greater than or equal to. And then 7,688 will be typed in the blank. All right, number 16. So on this problem, we have, before we can solve, we need to simplify on the right side. Okay, so on the left side. So on the left side, we have like terms, -5p plus 6p. That is 1p, but again, we don't write the 1 because it's not simplified, because 1 times p is p. Now we're solving for p, so we're going to add 9 to both sides. So p is greater than 14. So again, you have that pull down menu. We're going to click on greater than, and then we're going to type 14. All right, so this one says to enter competition, students must earn a total of at least 440 points on 5 qualifying tests. Each test worth 100 points. On the first 4 tests, your scores were these numbers: 88, 81, 82, and 94. Now, how did I know to add all those together? Because it says total right there. What are 3 possible scores you can earn on the last test? So let X be the last test to enter the competition. All right, so first what we're going to do is we're going to add all these numbers together. So that is, I already used my handy dandy calculator to do that. And now we're going to subtract 345 from both sides. And so the numbers have to be greater than or equal to 95. So if you look at our choices, we want to make sure we pick numbers that are greater than or equal to 95. 95, 96, and 97 are greater than or equal to 95. So that's choice A. All right, and last one. To avoid a service fee, your checking account balance must be at least, okay, greater than or equal to 500 at the end of each month. Your current balance is $531.92. So $531.92. You use your debit card to spend, so when we spend money, we're subtracting that, $133.57. All right, so what possible amounts can you deposit into your account by the end of the month to avoid paying a fee? So plus X. So deposit means you're adding. All right, so first let's combine 531.92 minus 133.57. So that's 398.35 plus the deposit equals 500. So subtract, use your calculator. Whoops. 500 minus 398.35 is greater than or equal to 101.65. So in this little pull down menu here, you get to type or pick out which words that is. Remember, this is at least. Okay, so we're going to click on at least, and then we're going to type in. You don't have to use the dollar symbol. They already have it there for you. 101.65. All right, now you're ready to cruise through those 18 homework problems.